Welcome back, and today I have 9 new knives to share for y'all, so let's get right into it. First up, we have 2 from Spyderco. This one right here is a Spyderco Mule team, and I picked up the leather slip, which is actually pretty nice. I think I paid like 30 bucks for it. This is the Mule team 2 in Spy 27. I'm not sure, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, have they done this blade shape in the Mule team before? I thought it looked cool, and I'm going to try to make it into an EDC fixed blade. I may even try to make a set of scales for this one so I can keep it nice and thin, lightweight. And then this one right here is what I really went to the site for, and then I saw this. This is the Boltron sheath that you can buy for. It comes with their K-clip or whatever it's called. First off, the sheath sucks. It's very hard to get the knife in there. I had to shave some stuff down to actually let it get in there. It might be because it looks like it's molded for scales, so maybe the scales allows this to pull forward. So, you know, it might not be the sheath's fault, but I am getting a Crkt sheath made for this knife. This one right here is in Bowler K294, which is very similar to 10V. And if you don't know what the Mule Team series is, it's whenever they introduce a new steel, they bring it out in the Mule Team, I'm pretty sure, first, and it'll allow you to be able to see how the steel performs. If you want to, you know, pick up one of these, they're pretty affordable for what they are. You know, you can get a set of scales from the site, you can get sheaths. I recommend the leather sheath. And I actually have a set of vintage micarta scales coming for this one. I can't wait. Now this one is a tool steel. I don't know if you can see it, but it already has a patina. Let me put it side by side. It already has a patina forming rather quickly. It's pretty crazy. It's just been sitting in my house, which we have a lot of humidity here. I don't know if that's actually coming across on the video, but it's definitely a pretty dark patina there, but I don't really care. These are going to be beaters. I wanted just to test out this K294. It looked interesting, and a lot of people asked me if I was picking one up. So I figured, you know, if you had enough interest, I would check it out, and I've always wanted to check out one of these Mule teams. Let me know what y'all think about the Mule team too. Sure, y'all have seen this one on the channel. This one's coming from Daggerr knives, and this is the Sting. It's got a 3.9-inch blade and G10 scales. This one was a gracious gift from an awesome subscriber. I can't thank you enough. He sent a whole bunch of awesome knives into the channel, and I was definitely moved by the gesture. This was a TNP edition, which is a Nut and Fancy edition. Super cool, and I like it. It's got great action. Thumb stud action, and yes, it does resemble some of the Spydercos, but it's way more affordable. D2 steel, and being it has this dagger grind, spear point, whatever you want to call it, it's not the thinnest behind the edge, but I plan on testing at least one of these. So I saw these drop on Blade HQ, so I bought them. We got the XL Sting. This thing's a beast. Look at that. Look at the difference. It's got a 3.9-inch blade. The XL has a 4.5-inch blade, 4.5-inch, and it's not super expensive either. Also D2, G10, and then I also got the mini Sting. This one is, you know, your average size EDC knife with a 3.5-inch blade and G10 scales. This one right here is ridiculously smooth. It's got a beautiful stone wash finish. So does the XL version, and then this one has a nice black wash finish. I think you can get all these except the TMP, but you can still get the regular size. But look how smooth that one is. This one's the smoothest out of all 3 out of the box. Look at that. It's very, very smooth. Nice and snappy. And I may test this one. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to test one or the other. Let me know which one. Or maybe I could test them both in the same video. We'll see. But let me know that down in the comments. I will have links to all this stuff down in the description, and I'll try to put it in the comments if I remember. Now, I thought this one was interesting. This right here is the Defcon Fulcrum, and I didn't even realize that it has this etched pattern on the titanium. It's got a nice filler tab there, titanium backspacer, integrated lanyard loop, milled titanium pocket clip. Now, why I got this one, because I thought it was super cool. You have a regular flipper that works excellent and a top flipper that works great as well. And what's so cool about this knife, besides the aesthetics, I think it's a good looking knife with M390 steel. If y'all saw my video on the Aurora Knife and Tools Truffle with his roundhouse lock, this was the first knife that they tested the lock out on, and they're calling it the leverage lock. You just press this right here and it disengages the lock. This top flipper works excellent no matter how you do it. I keep wanting to, you can also do it like this. I keep wanting to grab for a liner, but not there. Super snappy. Pretty comfortable, good size. I think these are on sale right now for 200 bucks. Like I said, I don't have an affiliate to this company, but I will link them down below. But yeah, super cool. Like I said, excellent size. I don't really like the etching there, but it's pretty muted unless, you know, right now it's under the studio light, so it's popping a little bit more. Even that little, you know, pink hue right there. Perfectly centered. Does it have? I can't see that. Yeah, it's got some internal milling on this side, and then you have that lock on this side. So if you don't know what the lock is, you disengage it by pressing this button, and it's basically a leveraged liner lock. You can see the liner on this side. It's on the opposite side, and you press this, and it moves that out of the way. It's stuck underneath the backspacer right here. When you press this, it has a little lever thing in here that pulls it back this way. It's really cool, very interesting, and I can test this lock out on this one because the Truffles was a prototype. I didn't want to beat on that one, even though I saw some people spine whacking it, but we'll do some testing with it. It should be able to hold up, you know, to the normal liner lock stuff at least. One coming from Bestech, and this is the Bestech Tardis. This is a no stop hell design. Right off the back, I noticed it has super snappy action. Crazy looking semi-harpoon, cleaver-shaped blade. You know, his stuff is so distinctive. You have some blue thumb studs. I'm guessing those are probably aluminum. G10 scales that have some traction, lots of milling on it. You have a fuller going down this side. You have grippy jimping, D2 steel, and it's got a very discreet pocket clip, so it may not look like a knife in the pocket. Flow-through construction. Inset stainless steel liners, and this thing is ridiculously smooth. Just watch this. Very, very smooth action. You can slow roll. You can also reverse flick it off that fuller. But the most satisfying is just a regular thumb flick. It comes flying out. You can reverse flick off the thumb stud as well. Easy access to that lock bar. Yeah, this is a pretty cool one. Initial feeling in hand is nice. We'll see after I do my testing with it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about the Tardis. We have a new one coming from Trivisa. This is the Trivisa, is it Equ? EQU, that's the name of it. This one has blue canvas micarta that has these nice chamfers on both sides, so it feels nice in hand. You got a geared micarta backspacer. Deep carry inset pocket clip, and the inset the screws. Excellent job, but they missed the mark by not making it lefty friendly as well. You have this high front flipper that you can do the reach around on, and you have this Japanese style blade. Nice stonewash finish. This one's in 10CR 15CO MOV, which is pretty much VG10. Very, very smooth action on this. The flipper tab works great. Initial in-hand feeling is good, and you should be able to use it pretty much any way you want because it's a very neutral handle. Kind of looks like a Japanese tanto there. I'm guessing that's what that is. It's not going to be the thinnest behind the edge, especially up here. You can feel that transition. These both feel like flat grinds. I could be wrong. This may be a shallow hollow. But we'll see how it cuts. Very, very smooth. I'm sure the price is really nice on these as well. All right, this next one's pretty funky looking, but I thought it was cool. And this is the Serge Knife Co. Ranger. I bought this from GP Knives. I always like the aesthetics of some of his knives. They're out there. It's got this beautiful nebula fat carbon. It's probably my favorite color in the fat carbon series. Just a bent, I'm guessing that's a titanium pocket clip. It's a button lock. You can reverse flick it. And that's crazy how high that blade sits up. You can do a great pinch grip right there because you got a super pokey tip there. And I'm guessing these didn't sell out super fast because he went with Bowler N690 steel, which is, it's very similar to VG10. It's a tough steel. It's highly corrosion resistant. It holds a good edge, but not mind-blowing. And it was $165. That with the fat carbon, it's not super out of line, but there's a lot of awesome knives for that price. And you got to really love the design to get it. Now it does, when you choke up right here, you got to go over the hump. I noticed this feels really good choking up right there, or you can choke back, but you're pretty far from that edge. I'm sure it's not going to be the best slicer because it's a very shallow flat grind right there. I'm pretty sure once again, but like I said, this is just the first impressions. I love the overall blade shape, nice stone wash finish. And lastly, I picked up another EDC fixed blade because of another one I got. This right here is another Crkt Razel, the John Graham design, but this is the compact Razel. It's got that same plasticky sheath, got a nice little drainage hole there. I like the little pocket clip, but I just don't think this thing's gonna have the same retention for that long because of this, thinner plastic. Right now, got a nice little positive click. No rattle, nice little snake knot lanyard, paracord lanyard right there. Now I noticed something right off the back, and it's got me scratching my head because I love the size. It's a little bitty pocket chunker here. You got nice G10 on here. The blade steel is D2. You got two-toned with the horizontal satin here, a hollow grind on the primary here, and then the chisel grind they should have put this as a chisel just for that tip there, but no, they have it V ground, but you can still do some scraping. Now I don't understand this at all. It's sharp, like not sharp to where you could cut something with it, but I mean, what? That is very uncomfortable. Now I could choke back like this, it just feels a little awkward, but I wanted to use this knife like this, but look at that. That's a cheese grater right there. I just don't get it. I'll probably, I don't know, I may remove that altogether so I can have a nice little scoop to put my finger. This would be a great little pocket fixed blade. I like the handle's comfortable. I get a 3-finger grip, and then you have this little lanyard you can hold on to, so it gives you a nice feeling in hand. And if it performs like its bigger brother that I picked up and showed on the channel, it should do pretty well. That one's doing pretty good, and it got me excited enough to try one of these. So that's the 9 new knives that I've gotten in the last week or so. Let me know in the comments which knife you would like to see me review first. I know I'm backed up, and I will say, knives like the Trivisa and the Bestech, those, tell me which one of these you want to see reviewed first, because these were sent to me by, this one was sent to me by Bestech, this is sent to me by Trivisa. So I, have an obligation to review theirs before I review my personal stuff. Sometimes, it just depends. Sometimes they don't really care. But, if there's whenever they drop, sometimes they like to have them up. Sometimes I do what I want to do anyway. But let me know what you want to see a review on first, preferably one of these two first. And let me know what you think about the Daggerr knives. I like this. Hopefully it breaks in a little bit more. It's not super drop shut. I got to kind of fling it, but I just got this out of the box a little while ago. It feels good in hand initially too. Let's see, how did they do on the sharpening 12? Well, we'll save that for the full video. Love the overall profile though. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.